Museums have never been fixed institutions. They have always reflected the societies in which they exist. In the United States, art museums gradually transformed from repositories of objects and authority into interactive spaces of learning and participation. This transformation did not happen in isolation. It unfolded alongside wars, economic crises, civil rights movements, and educational reforms. As society changed, so did the museum. And with it, the meaning of art education, the relationship between the museum and the classroom, is not linear, it is circular. What is taught in art classrooms often originates from works preserved and interpreted in museums. At the same time, teaching strategies developed by educators influence how museums design tours, workshops, and participatory programs. The museum and the classroom form a living circle of mutual influence. Within art education, a clear pattern emerges across this transformation. Museum-based art education developed through 5 major phases, each shaped by social and economic events and corresponding pedagogical shifts. These changes were not immediate. Often 5 to 15 years passed before new ideas appeared in museum practice. Across these phases, historical events, educational theory, and museum practice gradually intertwined. Let us now examine each phase. Following the Civil War, rapid industrial expansion reshaped American society. Education emphasized discipline, productivity, and civic responsibility. Art instruction shifted toward manual and industrial drawing. Within a few years, major public museums were founded, reflecting a growing belief that cultural institutions should support national and civic formation. As progressive reform reshaped American education, learning became centered on the child and lived experience. World War I strengthened ideas of national culture, while the Great Depression forced institutions to justify their public value. Museums expanded educational programming, signaling a new model. Not elite repositories, but participatory spaces, serving civic and social needs. During the Cold War, creativity became a symbol of democratic freedom. Education emphasized individuality and psychological expression. Rather than conformity, museums expanded programs that encouraged creative exploration. With the establishment of the National Endowment for the Arts in 1965, federal support formally reinforced the role of art and cultural institutions in shaping a creative society. Amid war, civil rights struggles, and feminist critique, museums faced growing pressure to become socially relevant. Art education within museums shifted toward participation, dialogue, and inclusion. After 2 decades of cultural unrest, the 1984 report Museums for a New Century formally positioned education at the center of the museum's public mission, redefining institutional responsibility. By the late 20th century, learning was understood as constructed through experience and dialogue. Museums increasingly designed programs that position visitors as active meaning makers, with initiatives like Guggenheim's Learning Through Art in 1996. The circle between museum and classroom became visible. Museums informed schools, and school-based pedagogy reshaped museum practice.